Hey, peace and blessings. So I'm back for part two of sharing my truth. Okay, so I had to adjust some things and also I had to get a pillow too because, you know, it just feels comfortable. So I had to embrace a lot. Hi, if you're just now knowing who I am, my name is Dearice Spencer Jack Ford. I am a life coach, motivational speaker, and today with you, I am sharing my truths. And my name is this channel is Dearice Speaks Life, and I'm speaking life into your journey. And life is living in full engagement. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm sharing my truths with you, right? Um, if you haven't watched part one, you need to go back and watch part one so you can see where I am right now. And of course, like and subscribe to this channel and share the videos. That helps me out a whole lot. If there's anything you would like for me to share and talk on and speak on in topics, you can definitely email me at speakslife88@gmail.com. That's speak, SPEAKS, life, LIFE, 88, the numbers 8 and 8 at gmail.com. So today I'm sharing part two of my truths, sharing my truths. So I realized that I had to go through so many actualizations, facts about myself. I had to embrace them. I had to realize that, hey, I can't help anybody else until I begin to confront these issues about myself. So I was a man eater. I had a bad attitude, and a bad attitude to the point where I would just say, they call it a bad attitude. What I called it was I was just very upfront and I just said it bluntly. I was very blunt with people and people thought it was an attitude, but I did have an anger problem, which it may have sounded as if I came off being very angry with people. And I wasn't. I was angry at ignorance, but not angry with people. So a lot of females thought it was hard to approach me because guys were so used to I was so used to being around guys and I didn't have to sugarcoat how I felt, what I said, and things like that. And another thing, back to my arms, like I just showed you my arms and everything. Okay, so, and I'm not going to excuse this, but this is the truth. Genetically speaking, and I know I can change my genetics. And yes, that is the thing of changing your genetics. You can actually do that. You should research it. It is a scientific fact by a doctor. His name is Greg Brennan. And if you ever watch him, look him up. Brandon, something like that. Greg Brendan. You can find him on Gaia.com, and he actually speaks on that. Well, anyway, I stopped going to the gym. I stopped going for numerous reasons. I stopped going to the gym, and therefore my arms got a little bit more like the women in my family's arms. Now, I don't have a problem with it, but sometimes in certain outfits, it makes me look like I'm really, really big, and I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm not at all big, so I do apologize if my size offends you, or this is how we know you're not eating healthy. Well, actually, I am eating healthy. I just stopped being a vegan. Something I had to address. Um, so I stopped going to the gym. Yep, stopped going to the gym. But I work out at home. I work out in my neighborhood. I I I work out differently than most people do. I've been working more inwardly than outwardly, and now it's starting to you can see how I started to relax on going to the gym, and now I'm starting to work back out outwardly. That it has to be a balance to it, and I know that, and so I'm working on more things of becoming balanced. That's my thing, a balance with myself. Spiritually and physically, because I believe that the reason why my skin is able to glow so much is because I work inwardly and then it illuminates outwardly. Another truth I've learned about myself is that I love helping people, but I don't like to be helped. How many of you are like that? You like helping others, but you don't like to be helped. This is something I had to learn about myself on as I started my self-development journey and my personal development journey. Journeyers, I had to learn that I had the mentality of I'm no charity case. I don't know where I got that from, but I had to get over that. And now I'm in the receiving mode where I receive help from people all the time. I receive love, I receive joy, I receive happiness. I receive some really pretty good moments just from getting that mindset, eliminating that mindset. And if you are the type of person who was always taught that, you're no charity case, don't let people think of you as a charity case, or you think that about yourself, or you train your children to think that, you're actually keeping them from receiving all that the creator, the divine, the universe has for them. And you need to stop that. And just imagine all of the blessings that you've probably missed out on because you thought, I'm no charity case, so let me say no. Um, I also realized about myself that I liked feeding people a lot, and I always have. And I love to cook, and I love to give out groceries, produce whenever I can. I help a local pastor with passing out produce in my neighborhood, in my neighborhood, in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, I pass out produce to people, and I've recorded. I haven't recorded. I've taken pictures and I've recorded the produce, but I don't record the people's faces. I don't think that's necessary. But I do so much more. Like today, I enjoy volunteering. In fact, I volunteer at a nonprofit organization here in my city, in my town, First Choice Pregnancy and Resource Center. I enjoy doing it, but I really thought that, I had outgrown it because certain things I agree with and certain things I don't. I think it was more so of other stuff. I was ready to move forward, but I realized another entrepreneur spoke to me and they said, don't subtract, add on. Just add on to it. Don't just walk away from it. Just add on to it. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I really just want to leave. You know what I'm saying? This is not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to like do something else. And they were like, add on to it. Don't. And so I'm staying for the most part, but I also, these are things that I've learned about myself. Like, I really feel like when something is done, when I'm done with something, I need to just be done with it. and I'm learning that maybe that's not the way to be. Like, I've thrown a lot of people away like that. I walked away from a lot of people. I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. And I've also learned that I've always been the person that everybody counts on or that everybody expects to be there. So that, and then when I went through something really, really bad, really, really hard, really, really traumatic to me, emotionally and mentally, when nobody was there for me, I basically didn't want to be around them anymore. I left those people alone. I don't feel bad for that either. Let me tell you why. Because at a certain point in your life, you can't take everybody with you. You can't take, I'm already carrying 3 people. I'm carrying my children. I have 3 children and I'm carrying all 3 of them. And I can't carry other people if they don't understand the struggle. Not the struggle. I'm not in a struggle. I'm never in a struggle. If they don't understand my circumstances, I don't need any extra weight. And I realized that. I realized for years I've been carrying other people, what they're going through, what they're going through, what they're going through, what they're going through, what they're going through. And now I'm able to, what are we going through? And the reason why, because I have to be honest with myself. At one point in my life, I was spreading myself so thin for everybody else that and blaming everyone else for not being there for me, because I was always putting myself there for everyone else. And I had to stop that. At the beginning of the year, I was asked to be someone's godparent. Uh, Someone was pregnant and they were about to have a baby. They found out they were pregnant. And so they asked me, will you be my child's godmother? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, 1,000 times yes. And then I had to be honest. I went through a evaluation of myself. I started questioning things. Am I in a place to be someone's godmother? I've been in this position before. Did I do this well before? See, my truths now are based on actual facts. Did I do well at being someone else's godparent? Am I capable of doing the job better this time? What can I add into this child's life now? How am I going to add to this child's life now or later? Later, I'll be able to add a whole lot more than what I am now. But it's an infant. No, I won't be able to be there with this infant. This child won't even know who I am. We live in a totally different state, far away from each other. They're on the East Coast. I'm here. I'm in Texas. I had to address facts. And then I said, do I want to do this right now? Am I at an emotional, mental, and a physical, a spiritual state to be able to divulge time to someone like that? And I had to address it and say, no, I can't. I can't, because the old me would be like, yes, I'll do it, and work myself into a stupor because I wanted to be there for this individual and I couldn't. So now I had to go back to this person, this individual, and tell them, I don't think this is a good time for me to be, I don't think I'm the right candidate for being your child's godmother. And this is not a good time in my life for me to be your child. I had to face my truth. Now, the old me, the me years ago, would constantly dwell with that feeling, those doubts. And it's not a doubt, it was a fact. I'm not capable of doing this right now. I have too much on. I'm growing a business. I'm helping people. I'm not stable to just sit down and focus on being able to be a godparent right now. This is not something I can do. I can do this, but I can't do that. I can do this, but I can halfway do this. See, it wasn't enough yeses across the board for me. So I had to be honest with myself. This was my truth. But the old me would look at it and be like, well, I'll do better this time. This is my second chance. This is my third chance. This is my fourth chance. This is the This would have been my fourth chance to be someone's godparent. Fourth chance. And my first godchild, I loved him dearly. I love him dearly. He will always be my cookie monster. Always. Always, always, always. But I wasn't at the place where I could just really be a godparent to anyone. And I've always wanted to be a godparent. So I had to address that. I had to address the fact that maybe this is not a role for you right now. And I hated that. I really disliked the fact that I had to say no, because I wanted to say yes. There are going to be so many instances in your life where you're going to want to say yes, 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 yes. But the truth is, you're going to have to say no. And you say no with love and care. That's what you do. That's what you do. You say no with love and care. That's all you can do. And saying no is showing how much you do care. I had to address that, because years ago I would just say yes. Say yes, say yes, say yes. You can do it. You can do it. You're capable of doing it all. You've been doing it before. No, I was failing before. Now I'm not failing. I'm not failing me. I had to learn to embrace me. My truth was I was never embracing me. The happy me, the joyous me, the me that smiles for no reason, the me that starts singing for no apparent reason. Now, the me that enjoys the fact that, hey, I'm my age and I'm happy and I feel good, I look good, and if I want to, I can wear a low cut top because I'm grown. I paid my dues. I've raised my children. You know, these are things that I dealt with for years. I mean, my truth was to hide who I was from everybody. I was hiding who I was because it made other people uncomfortable. Now I don't. I don't hide who I am anymore. I love me. I love me a lot. And I love the core of me. I'm not talking about the outside surface me that everyone sees. I'm talking about the me that likes to be by herself, the me that likes to watch a movie, a few movies, a me that reads a book, a me that underlines and take notes every time I'm on a really, really deep conversation with someone and someone says something great. It's the me that sits there and writes notes. Someone gives me something and then I'm like, hold on. Let me go get my notebook and my pen. The me that's aspiring to be greater than the me that I was 10 years ago. I like her. I enjoy her. The me that met a multimillionaire, two of them. The me that's like gonna surpass both of them. I love that me. I love that me. I love that me that already sees the infrastructure of my companies. I love that me. I love that me that's not just mediocre anymore. Mediocrity has never been in my vocabulary, but yet and still, that's who I was. I enjoy now being able to face that me and say, you no longer thrive, live, or survive in this era of my life. These are my truths. The me that used to yell at children outside who were being bad and say, y'all need to go inside and read a book. Go read. This is what I used to do. The me that used to chastise other people's children and tell them you need to stop doing that and go inside and go sit down somewhere. And they would do it. That was me. I still kind of do that today. I'm a mother. I can't help it. But I embrace me. The me that enjoys watching people eat my food that I cook. The me that enjoys helping people out. The me that enjoys to stay by herself from time to time. Like next week, I'm probably going to be in the house enjoying my home and not going anywhere. Working on some things. The me that has this event coming up, and I embrace the fact that this event is coming up. The me that loves the fact that every woman that is going to come to this event is going to be blessed. Not by me, but by God, by the Creator, by the divine. Because it's a divine destination, it's a divine event. I love that me. I love that me that puts herself aside to allow the Creator to speak through me, to help others. I love this me that gets chill bumps whenever I'm sitting in front of this camera. I love that me. I love that me that doesn't have any hesitations anymore about who it is I am. I don't filter me anymore for people. I filtered so many times for so many people who are no longer in my life. Wanted and unwanted. You have to understand something. When you begin to face your truths, and you will face them hard. It will be like they coming in hot, right in your face. You have got to understand something on this journey, your human experience of living life in full engagement. You can't do that if you don't face the truth about yourself. I realized that. I doubted who I was just because other people made me think that I wasn't who I was and who I am and who I'm becoming. And I relish now in the fact I ease into it. It doesn't have to look like you. It doesn't have to walk like you, talk like you, sound like you, smell like you. And yes, I did say smell. And my favorite perfume is La Vive La Belle. La Belle. I love that perfume. It's my favorite fragrance. To some, it might be expensive. To me, it's just right. I like Chanel too. Look, the thing is, I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't like nice things anymore. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't like showing off my shoulders. I do. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have cleavage. I'm not going to sit here and act like this anymore. These are my truths. What are yours? Have you been hiding who you are just to make someone else feel better about themselves? Have you? What are your truths? Have you even allowed yourself to address that about you? You probably haven't. You probably haven't really embraced you. I've looked at myself in the mirror when I was laughing. I looked at myself in the mirror when I was smiling. I looked at myself in the mirror when I had tears dried up on my face, when I had tears coming down my face, when I was confused, when I was angry, when I was sleeping on the floor. I addressed the fact that maybe I attract these things into my life. Why? Why do I attract them into my life? Are you facing your truths? Are you the culprit to what's going on in your life? Have you added anything to this? Why? Why aren't you taking accountability for your actions? These are things that I had to ask myself. I stopped watching TV. I stopped listening to the radio. I stopped a whole lot of things that made me me. And you're like, how does watching TV and listening to the radio make you you? Because I'm creative like that. I like watching someone else's creativity appear on the screen, and then I think, oh, I can do that too. I can write this, but I would write it like this. And then I sit there and I write. I listen to music and it inspires me. It envelops me into a way that no one else can. Music is the rhythm of my life. Doesn't matter what type of music it is. But for me to not listen to it, for me to not embrace that about myself, for me to deny that about me would be ridiculous. And I've done it so often than not. I stopped singing because I was unhappy. And then when I would sing, I would get happy. See, you have to face the truth about you. What works for someone else works for someone else. But what works for you is something totally different. I realized that I had to do what worked for me. Religious things, I had to realize what worked for me and my family. Traditions, I had to figure out what worked for me and my family. These are truths that I had to face. People may want you to keep your hair long, to keep it flowy and straight, but you want to be natural. You know how long I struggled with wanting to be natural? My whole 4 years of high school. My whole 4 years of high school, I struggled with being natural. I wanted to be natural so badly. Then I got to my senior year and I told my cousin, I said, I want to be natural. I just want to have this big red fro. And I had it. But it was years later. If I would have done that then, I would have been so much better. You would have seen my face on YouTube way longer, way sooner than now. Truth is, you have to embrace who you are. You have to accept the truths about yourselves. Is it you're following what someone else's mold for you? The mold. You don't fit that mold because that's not you. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel comfortable because it's not you. It's not you. So be you. Be you. I ground myself every night. I do. I have to. Sometimes I find myself so far ahead of everyone else that I have to bring myself back. I see so many things in the future. And I seek out people who have the same gifts. Because I want to know, do you deal with this? Some of you have some of the most extraordinary gifts, but you're covering them up. You're hiding them under these rocks because you think and you know that if you say and express who you really are to people, they won't accept you. So what? So what? You don't want to sit at home every day. You want to go out. Go out then. But be responsible. You have to have integrity about who you are and who it is you want to be. And hold yourself accountable for those things. The things you do right and the things you do wrong. If you hurt someone's feelings, address it. If you don't acknowledge someone, address it. If you made a mistake, address it. Don't wait. Don't sit there and wait and constantly sit in it and just simmer in it. Don't simmer in it. That's what's holding you back. This is me sharing my truths. This is what I had to learn on my personal development journey. I had to learn this. I love you all so much. I love you all so much. You know, that event I was talking to you about, Blossoming into the Blessing, you can register at eventbrite.com, Blossoming into the Blessing. You can also click the link below. I'm going to put all of that below, and I'll have that link below for you. And you can also connect with me on Facebook, Dearice Speak Life, on Instagram, Dearice Speaks Life, and on Twitter, Speaks Life 88. That's right, Speaks Life 88 on Twitter. And you know, you can also find me on LinkedIn, Dearice Spencer Shackelford, and I'm on LinkedIn. And the thing is, I don't feel bad about me knowing who I am. I know that I'm going to be a millionaire, that I'm already one. See, time doesn't matter anymore. See, a lot of y'all are like, I don't have enough time. It's not enough time in the day. Well, use your time wisely. Use your time wisely. You want to be successful? Then be successful. I want you to know you already are. You might not be successful at what it is you desire, but you're already successful at what it is you're doing. Something to think about. I had to. I kept thinking I wasn't successful, but I was. I'm always successful at what it is that I'm doing at that moment in time. Whatever it is that you are doing right now, you are successful at it. Now, if you want to be successful at something else, you need to train yourself to be. These are things I had to address. These are truths. You want greater in your life, but yet and still, you're still doing the same thing. You're still thinking the same way, but you want to have money. You want to have finances. You want to have that wonderful man, but you're not that wonderful woman yet. This is truth. You can't have the man of your dream if you're not living your dream. They'll only be there when you close your eyes. Now, I don't know about you, but the man that I'm going to be with, he already exists. But I'm going to make sure I see him so that I'm living my dream, so that when he appears, he knows who I am and I know who he is. You know, I really believe that. You can't find the man of your dreams if you're not living your dreams. Who would have thunk it? Anyway. I'm just saying, you know, we're all capable of having that great thing in our lives, but you have to face the truth about yourself. You can't embrace these things and these people, these experiences. Like, I'm embracing them. I can't wait for me to partner up with that multimillionaire, that multi-billionaire. I can't wait for that. I've already seen it. You know, and I'm sharing it with you, and you're probably like, you're bragging now. No, I'm not. I'm not bragging. I'm telling you that I've seen something. And I know that if I can see it, I can believe it, then I can achieve it. There's nothing to it but to do it. I know, right? I know. Right now, it's not a good time to quote his song. But guess what? It is the truth, though. Whatever it is that you want, you cannot get it. You're holding yourself back from it. You can't get it until you address these truths about yourself. Nobody's stopping you from having the money. Nobody's keeping you away from these things. Nobody's stopping you from being with that great man. Nobody's stopping you from having that great job. Nobody's stopping you from acquiring all the things that you want materialistically. Nobody's doing that. You are. When I realized that, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was a revelation. Revelation. It was a revelation. But evidently, I didn't understand then. But now, I embrace it because the truth is setting me free. Setting everything free, actually. I'm serious. It's setting everything free. And I love who I am. And I love serving people. I do. Now, like this video. If anything I have said has resonated with you, share this video. Subscribe. Hit that notification button so you'll know when I'm on here. So you'll know when I go live. You know when I've uploaded a new video. Click the bell. I love y'all. I love you. Forget y'all. I love you. You are amazing to me. That's why I'm able to share this with you, because I feel such a connection with you. You are amazing to me. And I want you to be the greatest version of yourself, just like I'm becoming the greatest version of myself. I'm not completely there. I'm not happy all the time. I'm happier now than I've ever been in my life. But here's the thing. It took time for me to get here. And it's going to take you time too. But how much time? That's the question. How much time is it going to take you to get to happy? To get to where you really want to be? How much time? That's funny. Because in actuality, time is relative. Time doesn't really matter. Oh, my stomach is really growling. Time is relative. yes, I'm real. I'm going to share that. I like to eat. I like to eat. How much time is it going to take you to get there? Only you can say that. Only you can determine that. But I love you. God loves you. The Creator loves you so much. Love you so much. And I love you too. I love sharing with you. I love being on this channel with you because here we like to educate, motivate, encourage, and most of all, help you become the best version of yourself. And this is what I do. I do this every morning. Like I go outside and I just let the sun beam on me. And I'm just thankful and I sit there quietly. Take a deep breath. And I'm grateful to God for everything, for you. I'm grateful for you. You say, you don't even know me. I don't have to know you. I see your spirit. And your spirit is what connects us. We're all connected to each other because we're spirits. This is just a body. It's a nice one. I'm trying to take its best care of it as I possibly could, but it's just a body. But I love you. And I love that spirit. And your spirit is going to lead you. You just have to be willing to listen to your spirit. Okay? Don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel, Dearice Speaks Life. And also click the notifications button. And also connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Facebook and Instagram, it's Dearice Speaks Life. And on Twitter, it's Speaks Life 88. Yes, I'm on there. So connect with me. And if you have any topics, or you can also schedule your sessions with me, your one-on-one sessions. I also do group sessions and I also do speaking events. You can click the link below. I'll have all of that in the description box, all of the information you need in the description box. And not only that, I'll also have a link below for the event, Blossoming into the Blessing, for our women's empowerment event that is taking place here in Texarkana, Texas. Yes, Texarkana, Arkansas. It's on the Arkansas side of Texas, on the Arkansas side of Texarkana. So it's Texarkana, Texas. I live in a city that is split by the state line on Texas and Arkansas. So it's one city, but two states. So that city is split. So it's Texarkana, Texas, and Texarkana, Arkansas. So the event is going to be on the Arkansas side, Texarkana, Arkansas. It's October the 26th. And it will be at, why am I telling you all of this information when you can just click the link below in the description box, and then you can go to eventbrite.com and look up Blossoming into the Blessing. And guess what? All of the information is there. And I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to meeting you. And you're invited. You're cordially invited by me. This is for my sisters. Yes, you're cordially invited by me. And I would love to spend time with you and to speak life into your journey. You know what? God loves you, and so do I. Smooches. I love you guys. I love you so much. I love you, journeyers.